Peace, peace. Peace, awareness, lessons to our rule. So with y'all folks out there, man, I'm finna get it in real quick. About 10 minutes, hop on for a minute, then hop back off, you know what I'm saying? Get this little message out here. Money can't pay for karma, right? Money cannot pay for karma. Karma debt. When y'all get up in here, like this thing up, man. Go and like it up, comment, subscribe, get in tune with a brother, you know what I'm saying? I got y'all, you know what I'm saying? This video, let me give a disclaimer. These are fictional thoughts coming from my fictional heart, my made up heart and brain, my made up intestines, stomach, So I made up energy, conquered energy. I'm going to give a disclaimer on that. So, as we all see, like as they say, World War III, is in play, and all this, man, like, and I'm gonna do some recaps and shit. I'm gonna have to watch some shit, check some shit out, but something bigger at hand though that's going on, right? It's something bigger going on. Like, it's always something bigger than what we be always seeing. Real people dying though. Don't get me wrong. It ain't like this shit it's a movie all at the same time. This shit be like a movie at play. But a lot of, we finna see a lot of, we always go see shit going on the internet. People have their opinions and about anything, man, and certain shit be like pointless and shit, and then certain people got to go through shit that they didn't went through with, as far as like trying to go see, I don't pray on nobody downfall. It's none of that. Where it's like, yeah, you ain't nothing wrong with visiting areas, but it's always important to look where you going. That's like going to a different hood. If you ain't got no affiliations, you just going there to tourism because of food and what you see on a you ain't look at the outskirts. You ain't look, and really the outskirts be the original people of the land. So some people is like stuck right now in certain areas in these countries and shit where all this shit going on. But that's not for this case for their karma or nothing like that. I just mentioning that because of the warfare that's going on. But they might have to deal with a little bit of karma, or they might be was genuine, just got ancestors. Like they probably sometimes we do got the right to go wherever we want to go. So it's only gonna be a certain few people that's gonna be protected from the harsh environment and can be able to get away, because it's just warning strikes and shit like that going on. It's a lot of shit that's occurring though, like as far as like in everywhere we look, like we still getting fucked up over here on an individual scale, but just because it's an individual don't mean like it ain't in numbers and shit. It's like, God's angels or God's people is really at war already over here. Like we probably going into a whole nother war. While they going into World War III, we already at World War VI type shit. Like we get poisoned from birth. Like, and this the thing. This is why I'm really naming this shit, man. Like, shout out to B-Dale, man. Like, I just seen some information. He just said, and I'm taking it for face value, and I can also go look it up, because I did rewind it, and I'm going to go look it up. But I already know he ain't just saying some shit, because when I look some shit up, I end up finding the shit. Like, and it reminded me, he said they shoot the babies up with something, because they talk about, you know, shout out to Ron Hayes, Chief Ron Hayes, and shout out to B-Dell, 10-14, man. 114 game, 14 game, 7-7 game, 777 game, you know what I'm saying? Prayed up, laid up, slayed up, you know what I'm saying? Laid up in a pitch of water, you know what I'm saying? But he was talking about they shoot the babies up with something. They was talking about Angel Malik Bey. I never heard of, I heard of him before. His name always pop up. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Moors. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the righteous Moors, man. Like, my name is damn near like Mar Moore. You know what I'm saying? Mars. When you read Mars backwards, is, or I forgot what they called it, the anagram. My name meaning arms. But this is the karma debt that a lot of people got to pay, is that they think they go get away with a lot of shit. When people start figuring out that you poison your people, you poison my people, and you poison my babies and shit like that, we go really like manifest the healings in our children and manifest the healings within those who want to heal or know that they need healing, knowing that, you know, they trying to figure some shit out. They not acting upon what they've been poisoned with, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes they might do when you young, but when you get older, you don't handle that shit. We just gonna have to handle it for you, you know, in a fucked up way. But it is what it is though, because we can't keep on, you know, we can't dictate life and death, but at the same time, God do appoint us with certain responsibilities and shit like that, how I feel. Because if you we follow all our commandments, we following all the laws of Ma'at, you are granted a certain energy when people go against the grains that were set out. Going against the grain ain't necessarily a good thing. How we hear, like, go against the grain, go against the stolen grain, don't go against the grain of your mother and your father. You know what I'm saying? Your mother and your father. Going against the grain of the natural rights, the natural righteous cause, in the natural way of living, or at least what we deem what was given to us as righteous, and you can naturally follow in your heart. But we got people that poison our children and shit like that from birth. And I remember like seeing how my baby was like, we got the pictures and everything, how they was taking the pictures and shit in the womb and shit. Like my baby doing just how I do, like this. Like she literally doing this in the womb. And I look at it that as a signal, like children are really very aware. I just don't be talking this shit. I have my own child now to realize, like, my own child was communicating with me inside the waters. So it's just like when a fish outside the water becoming on land, they become dried out. Now we do the same shit when we leave our mother's womb and set ship on land, aka born on the table outside the water. Coming from inside of the water into this world. But at the same time, though, that's the whole purpose of it. With us, we're not a fish, but we do have the energies of every animal and insect and shit. You know what I'm saying? So my baby was very aware, and she's still aware, but I can tell like these people really be like working for a demonic cause. Not the workers upstairs in these hospitals, but it'd be people that's not in the hospitals or below, underneath the damn pavement. You know what I'm saying? And because look, when they one of the nurses came in, right? And this shit like crazy. One of the nurses came in, and then some for the baby, but then the blood bank called quickly. They was looking for her so quick. They called so quick, and I put it together. I'm like, yeah, this is why I don't fuck with this shit. This is why I don't fuck with I don't trust this world. I would never trust this world. I would never trust their world. Not my ancestors, but their world that's on top of our ancestors. You know what I'm saying? I would never, you know what I'm saying, trust them. They call so quick. Like, what is so powerful about blood, bro? Nobody never really questioned their own blood that they give away or that they let the doctors take from their child. They never, if you don't question what the fuck, you might do question, but you like, damn, I gotta do what I gotta do. I got shit to do. I get that. But when you never really question this shit though, this is how people get used. And this is, it's warfare literally in front of our eyes and shit. And some people think like it's gonna be like just it's not shit finna happen over here. Shit already happening, but shit finna happen in our favor, but also in our disfavor if we not getting on course and shit with shit. Like like me with a person of my energy, I'm kind of in an aspect of, I'm in a balance of where I'm looking for shit to happen good and I'm looking for shit to happen bad. That's just what it is because of my experience that devils gave me. People who got usurped with energy and with the universe know too, because I feel like it's all a universal thing. We in the universal lesson. And already got my shit on. But going through a universal lesson. You know. So but what they were saying, like, it's like the shit in Man in Black. They compared the shit in Man in Black where they shoot the beam and make you forget your thoughts and shit. You know what I'm saying? We all remember that. You know what I'm saying? Where the Man in Black movie, they had that little pan and shoot, and you forget the past and shit like that. The past memory you just experienced. This I feel like it is in dreams too. It might be a good thing and a bad thing with that. Like I feel like that when we leave certain dreams, it's like a flash, and then we can't remember we can only remember but so much. Or that ain't probably that. I don't know, because if we can remember a little bit, then that's different versus where a baby mimicking you, not even mimicking in a bad way, but she's letting me know, like my baby was letting me know, like I'm here, I'm listening, I'm in tune, and you just got to remember these moments, because after I get out, they're going to shoot me up with these things, like you already know. Yeah, I'm from Flint. My bad. I had to get this shit off my mind. Son of Thor 14. Shout out to the 14 gang. I was just saying that. Says when you consider karma part of your perspective of reality won't benefit all of humanity. Karma is a natural debt. It's a natural debt that even I don't play with. You know what I'm saying? I ain't nobody exempt from this shit. That's why I said, like, this is why I look at shit from like, I know what's good coming and I know what's bad that's gonna come. I'm in a narrow path where I know, like, if I see something good, I know shit is just good in the moment, so enjoy it, work with it, grow with it, and all that. When the bad come, I gotta remember, like, okay, it's time to use my calmness. It's time to use my discernment, you know, so I can react in a certain way and not overreact, you know, where I don't get off the course. Now, if you're doing everything in your right path, right, the warfare we in America, KKK, we got to know this. In America, KKK, man, it's warfare every fucking day. We wake up, breathe, and feel good, thank God. But we can still get our ass smoked by, you know, when you out in your land, on the land that God granted you, right? So some people feel like being in the house is more safe, but your whole house is really outside. When you born, you got a natural birthright, you know, to be where you want to be. You know what I'm saying? Not because of somebody tell you to go to this, go to this. You're now in servitude. Yeah, it was made like that, where we was made to be enslaved on our own land. I'm gonna always say this, like, they made us feel like picking cotton was a form of slavery. For we are slaves to somebody, but why would they want you to do something that you don't know how to do, but you're doing it well because you was already fucking doing it? Excuse my language. You was already in the land in different aspects, not just with cotton. You see, they have us, they don't say rice picking nigger or cotton or sugar cane picking nigger, because that you gonna question every damn thing. Cotton is because of the clothes and the fabrics and shit. It's a big thing that you know how to dress yourself. So a person that's talking down on you and calling you, trying to slander you basically for you know how to clothing yourself, it's some devil stinking, musty, funky shit. You gotta understand this shit. Why would somebody that's like me, oh, you house making fool? I can't make this shit up. You're a house making fool? What are you doing that for? Like, you gotta just put yourself in their mind, even though you can't really do it, but you can off of, why the fuck is you calling me something? When first you gotta know, like, okay, my people being here on this land, where did these people come from? Who was here before white people? How did this war start? You just gotta really like and ask God. The energy go come right, and it might not come to you how you want it, but you go get that answer though. You go get that answer. You might need to talk to some ancestors of that still living. You might gotta talk to some great, and this is why, like, man, because you gotta talk to the elders, but this is why, like, they want us away from our mothers and fathers. They give us away already from birth. Like the paperwork the mother have to sign, and I feel like probably ain't even gotta sign. They just feel like they forced to sign some shit. And that's just how we get in the job. We forced to do the IRS shit. But then when you figure this shit out, I ain't gonna give up the game right here because I ain't done. I ain't no financial expert. But I'm just saying, like, the words of voluntarily, meaning you're volunteering to give your money away. It's the same thing with giving your child away voluntarily. But certain times it's forced because it's like we're in this world and we got to survive on the land that was already granted to us by birthright, but we're 7 generations of enslavement and solitude, harsh environments, stolen families. We in adopted families. This is why they want you away from your roots of ancestors, because you can be able to go to a great-great-grandmother, 3 great-grandmothers years ago, even up to now. But up to now, this is why, like, they have our grandmas kind of like on some grandmas at 30s. But I don't knock them, because we still need, but it's going to be crucial environments when you don't understand what's around you. That's the thing about us. Like, we try to always dictate when we can have life and shit like that. But the whole point is, go ahead, because I'm finna get up out of here. It's 5:48. Son of Thor, go ahead. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. I agree with a lot of what you're saying, maybe from a different racial perspective sometimes, but I see what you're saying. So respect. We'll go in with the question, because I'm finna get up out of here. I know I don't like doing my lives like this. I need to start going live how I used to. I'm gonna get some time though. I just working 10 hours and shit like that. That should be crucial sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to y'all. That should be crucial. But go ahead. Maybe my view is skewed by media, but at least parts of Flint look so economically depressed. Why? Because we are ancient people here in Flint. Flint is a name that comes from Flint Stone, like the Flintstones. And when you look at the cartoon Flintstones was like the beginning of mankind's life, where he's using rocks. And this is mankind. Like they had the man with the hammer, bam, in the he only speak like, huh. It's the Caucasian man with the beard and the long hair, and he had that thing in his hand like, huh. This all he know how to do. His how he communicate is by beating you, huh, huh. He be like, oh, okay. So this is mankind's beginning, but there was already Superman, aka the terrestrial people, aka us. Just because you white don't mean this is applying to you. You are 7 generations down too. You might not even you might have an ancestor who didn't agree with lynching black people or indigenous Indians, the people who was here on this land or any other land. You might not even agree to that shit. Hell, it's some shit that come up that saying mankind was slaves also. But to make this long story short, because I'm gonna have to get back to this, I'm gonna have to really watch this so I can know, like, to get back to this. But Flint also is America is really Africa too. The name, it's been so many names and flips and shit, and I'm not surprised. Like my last name is Cuba, and I am a black African American man. But when I know what's up, I'm like, damn, everything is different shit. But Flint is a reason why I'm saying is Africa, because Flint is a tool that's from ancient Egypt. Flint is actually a tool that was named or that was used in ancient Egypt. When I looked it up, this was years ago. Because you know we living in a time where they can change the media and shit, like, or change up the frequency and change shit around, make shit not where it be at. I wouldn't be surprised if that shit changed, but yeah, I remember that, because I'm like, this is why, like, my pops was he created a little small pyramid. He said he wasn't even trying to create it, but that's what he had created. It was an iron pyramid, iron steel pyramid. Because we think pyramids is just dirt, rocks, and sand and shit. No, it's metals behind the creation. You know what I'm saying? But I'm finna get up out of here though. So this is why I mentioned that. And also, I looked up a map, and the old map before, or I looked up something, and then it have Michigan as Miami. And then when I looked also at the Minton of Michigan on the map, and I looked at Florida, Florida looked like it's a hand that's like this, but with the thumb sticking out. Just like Michigan, it's with the whole hand sticking out. And I'm looking like, damn, this shit is crazy. All this shit be in front of our face. But it's another thing, I ain't got time right now. You know, the economic part. But that's one of the main economic parts, is when we start populating areas like Grand Blanc. I go to Grand Blanc, and there's more black people out there in Grand Blanc. And because we always go where the good food at. They think this is why they deprive neighborhoods and shit, because when we start mixing in, whites and blacks start hanging with each other, motherfuckers start making mixed babies and shit. They go do what they gonna do, because it's still a population of Europeans, that's the elders and their families, so they still gonna have the good food out there, the diverse communities. And I have nothing against it, but I also got something against it because we still are the primary target. That's the only thing I'm against, because I don't want to be no fucking target. But don't get me wrong, I'm not finna be hateful towards nobody neither. But I respect nature to where birds is with birds, a certain type of bird, like eagles is with eagles, crows is with crows. They all fly, but there's different flying beings. And sometimes they might, you might see a dove or a seagull with a crow. Or another, I forgot the other black bird. It's not a crow. Not an eagle, because eagles is real big. Eagle know some big mouth. Metallurgy, look up mineral deposits. For sure, Son of Thor. Appreciate you for asking that question. I appreciate the question, because shit, that just made me dwell in some thoughts. Metallurgy. Yeah, I got to get up out of here. I'm going to look that up, though. I'm out of here. Appreciate everybody tuning in, too. No, I know I got to rush. Got to get up in this motherfucker.